Hi, this is the week 5 video discussion, and it's basically going over the risk matrix and the probability of a risk occurring and how to do a risk assessment chart. So we'll start with the first question. What is a risk register and why is it used? Pretty much a project risk register is a tool to use when you're dealing with more complex projects that have a lot more moving parts. They try to find more details on a situation or a risk, and they try to call everything out so that you know exactly what probabilities are higher than others. Risks need to be tracked and reviewed regularly. The more information that you know about a risk, the better it covers your butt. Just because a risk can cost you money, time, resources, labor, pretty much anything of those natures can just drastically change an overall project. It can make a project go from really smoothly to drastically bad very quickly. What is project risk control and why is it important? Basically, project risk control is having all the activities in order, having it where everything is well documented, having it where everything shows a step-by-step process of why risks need to be controlled, and two, actually be written out and have step-by-step order. When would you create a risk assessment chart? Basically, the risk assessment chart basically shows the impact and probability. It provides a useful framework to decide what risks prioritize over others, which ones are higher level, which ones are lower level. Obviously, you're going to go with the risks that are higher level because the higher level the risk, the higher the probability of that occurring during your project. And if it has a higher probability of occurring in a project, then it probably is going to occur or it's going to cost you money. So if it's going to cost you money, you probably should know as much as about it and try to not for it to occur. What is probability in the impact matrix? Basically, probability, like I was just talking about, is just how the chances, percentages of a risk occurring. So the higher the probability, then the higher chance the risk is going to happen. That's kind of like anything in life. But especially for me as a project manager in the construction industry, safety is our number one thing. So what are the higher level tasks that are more likely to occur that could hurt somebody versus the less likely, just like to be honest, like driving to work. Everybody takes that for granted, but that's risk. Versus you driving a backhoe on a hill like this while it's raining. The risks go up for injury a lot more. When thinking about your specific project and how you determine the various project risks that come regarding the risks, basically how we do it in our group is we try to make it where we have 2 meetings a week and that everyone has their items turned in one before Thursday so that we can go over Friday, and then Saturday we have our weekly meeting, weekend meeting before we turn it in on Saturday. We always turn in our group project on a Saturday just so that we know that we're not going to get docked points for having it late. So basically, and then also every member knows when to get their projects done. We usually have it where we start our project on a Tuesday and then you have till Friday to turn it in for the group. Many risks. How do the project manager reduce the subjectability and the probability to impact a project? You got to make an impact matrix, and that's basically the key. Having it where you have as much detail and having it where all the data is collected and put in at one place. So, yeah. Thanks, guys.